All right, today I'm going to be working glutes. So I want to show you 5 of my favorite glute exercises. Most people train their glutes at the same time they train their legs, but I actually exclusively train my glutes once every 4 days. So it's right into my program, exclusively glutes. I know you're going to get some glute training when you do legs, and you're going to get leg training when you do glutes, but I try to keep that exclusive to glutes just because it needs that little bit of extra work, and the older you get, the more you need to keep gravity from sucking it down. You have to make sure you're bringing it back up again. All right, and as the thumbnail suggests, we call it 3D glutes because glutes are 3-dimensional, of course. We want them round, so we're going to work them from every area, the top, the sides, the bottom. We got to make them nice and round and hard. Okay, so I'm going to start with just a warm-up. So I like to use my band just for my warm-up exercise. I'll just quickly show you what I do. I mean, you see this all the time, and you can do. There's many ways to do it, but I like to just do a little bit of a warm-up with the band just to get that mind to muscle connection, because I think it's so important with your glutes. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're just going to squat down and back up again, and squat down and up. And I mean, there's so many different ways to do this. You can just go across the floor, you can go back, as long as you're keeping tension on the outside of your legs here and the outside of your glutes. Okay, so you're really going to feel them working. All right. It's an awesome warm-up. It really does help you to get that mind to muscle. Okay, so this is what I do for my warm-up. So I'm just gonna, I think you get that. So I'm just gonna go right on to my first exercise, and what that's gonna be is a squat with a dumbbell. Okay, so rather than doing a goblet squat, which is up here, I'm gonna hold my weight down here just because I find if I hold it up here, I'm limited as to the amount of weight I can use, whereas here I can heavy up a little bit. So my legs, my feet are about shoulder width apart, feet slightly flared out, and when you come down, you're gonna flare your knees out, so you're gonna feel it more in your glutes. Okay, I'm gonna back up just a little bit so that you can really feel it. Keep your tempo nice and slow and even. Really concentrate on your glutes. You're going to feel this at the bottom of the exercise. So it's when your glutes are in the most elongated position, the longest. And right at the bottom there, and that's the hardest part. Alright. Just do a couple more. Beautiful. On to the next one. Okay, next exercise is going to be a Bulgarian split squat. However, I have a little bit of a twist on the split squat, so watch carefully. And the reason I have the twist is so that it puts more emphasis on the glutes. So normally in a split squat, we would put our foot back on the stool, and you would just come straight down like this. But what we're going to do today is you're going to have weights in your hands. I have my weights a little bit lighter than what I could do with a normal Bulgarian. But what I'm going to do is have my hands at the back of the weight, and we're going to just touch them down each repetition. And the reason we're doing that is because it's putting more emphasis on the glutes. And you will feel this right in this front working glute. Just that little tiny bit of difference really changes up the emphasis. Okay, keep everything slow and controlled. Keep everything tight. And really concentrate on those glutes. And trust me, they'll tell you that they're working hard. One more. Don't forget to do the other leg. Next exercise is the barbell hip thrust. We have to do a hip thrust. It's probably the best of all these exercises. This would be my favorite and probably the most efficient. I have it set up like this. It's a little bit different than what you might see at the gym. And I do it because the regular setup where you're actually leaning your back against the side of the bench actually does hurt my back because I do have a backbone that kind of sticks out a little bit and it really quite hurts. So if I have it like this, my backbone is able to come right up onto the bench and it doesn't hurt quite as much, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you and I'll explain a little bit further as we go. I wanna get my legs right underneath this bar and I have the big plates on here. You'd be surprised at how much your hips can work here and your legs, and they're very strong, and don't sell yourself short by putting little plates on here. Sometimes I see people hip thrusting with 200 pounds on there. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm just gonna roll this up onto my hip because I want the pad right at where I bend right here. And if you're using a pad like this where it kind of comes apart and goes on the bar, make sure that the split is at the top. Don't let that split be down here at the bottom, because if you do, sometimes it comes undone and then the bar ends up hitting you and it hurts. Okay, so we're gonna have it right about here. We're gonna scooch our feet right up close, and then what we're gonna do is come up, okay? And your hands are basically holding just for balance, just to make sure that you don't fall from one side to the other. You actually don't even need to use your hands very much here. Okay, and what we're gonna do is look straight ahead. Don't look up at the ceiling, you need to look straight ahead. And the hip thrusting is gonna come from here, from our rib cage down, just like a hip thrust. So you're gonna come up and down, and up and down. Okay, keep staring straight ahead. Okay, we don't want any of this where you're coming up. You see people in the gym all the time doing this. Okay, it's not right. You wanna look straight ahead and you're just thrusting from the bottom. Squeeze at the top. So the hardest part of this exercise is when your glutes are in the most contracted position. They're in the shortest position. So just another angle at which we're working our 3D glutes here. Okay, really squeeze at the top. Squeeze. And my goodness, you will feel this really quick. Push yourself to get the results you want. Really squeeze. Keep staring straight ahead. Don't look up. Just a couple more. My glutes are toast. And down. Awesome. Roll it down. Great. Rear lunge with a curtsy is next. So we're just going to pick up our weights here. I've got a set of 15s this time. And what it is we're just going to do a rear lunge, but rather than going with our legs straight back, you're going to curtsy slightly so that your leg actually goes out to the side. Not too far because you don't want it to be hard on your knee, okay? But you're going to have it just slightly with a slight twist. So look like this. We'll go down. I like to work both legs on this one here every time. Just alternating legs. Okay, and just try to keep all the tension in that working leg and therefore that working glute. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a twist. So it's just another one of those angles that we're working here. Okay, you can do this exercise without any weights at all, really. You'll be able to feel it. Make sure you use this working leg to bring you down and bring you back up again. I'm trying to keep my body fairly straight. Okay, just a couple more. Last exercise is going to be a rear leg lift. Okay, I've got my ball here. This exercise looks a little bit strange, so if you're at the gym doing it by yourself, you might want to go off to a quiet little corner somewhere, but trust me, it's worth the trouble because it really, really works. Okay, so I've got the ball, I just put it right on the bench here, and you're just gonna lean right over top of it. Okay, get a great grip on the bench, good grip. Okay, and then we're gonna be lifting our legs nice and high at the back. When you get to the top of the lift, I want you to squeeze your bum right at the very top of the lift. It won't be up there long because gravity wants to pull your legs back down again, but just try to keep them up there a wee bit. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, really squeeze each time. I can really feel this right at the top of my glutes. It's actually quite good for your back as well, your lower back. Try to keep it as slow as you can. Keep your balance each time when you get your feet down on the ground there. Okay, and again, the hardest part of the exercises is when your glutes are the most contracted at the top. They're in the most shortened position. Okay, one more. Whew. That's it. Okay, I saved the most fun for last. That's it. My favorite glute exercises. Okay, so please give them a try. Let me know what you think. And if you like, you could share this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button,